What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here, you can call me Irish, and today you're going to be watching two games. First off, it's some Rush Defense on Sharqi Peninsula. The game doesn't last very long, so I decided to throw in another one after it, because I'm going to be talking about, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, the new Xbox One, and all the reveal and all the hullabaloo that's gone on about that. I have to kind of keep it short though, because I've only got about 12 minutes and there's a lot to cover. So yeah, there's two different games of Rush. One's defending and one's attacking. I hope you enjoy them. They're good, they're not the best. We win the first one, we win the second. We don't win the second one. Sorry to spoil it, but just thought I'd give like a quick synopsis before I get into it. So, lack of videos again. Thought I'd just fly through that really quickly. My great grandmother passed away a couple of days ago, so the funeral was on Saturday. So that whole thing has been going on, and just generally not having time with like girlfriend being over and stuff like that. So apologies for the lack of videos. Thanks also to the I don't know 5 or 6 new subscribers since I hit 300. I've gone up to about 304, 305, something like that. So that's pretty awesome. I gained that really quickly. So anyway, again, thanks to them. I hope you enjoyed the video. So yeah, moving on straight away. I just jotted down a load of notes as I was watching it live, and I'm not going to go into any of the rumour or any of the stuff that, oh, I heard it was confirmed by this guy, but I'm not really certain because I don't really have a link or there's just a screenshot of something. Until like things start to be actually confirmed about what's included and what's not, it's strictly going to be fact. What I thought about what I saw at the time. And I'll first off start by saying, I'm not a fan of all this negativity that's going around. I mean, I put it up on Twitter during, while I was watching it. People are just too self-entitled. They think that they can just, oh, well, we wanted more, we expected more, we wanted better. Well, this is what you got, and if you don't appreciate what an amazing leap forward from what the Xbox and the PlayStation, or the Xbox 360 and what the PlayStation were, you need to get your head out your ass and just get off the internet, because if you look at it from that point of view and don't just be a selfish asshole and go, oh, well, I wanted a hardcore game machine, I wanted a PC in my living, just no, okay? So let's get into it. First off, they mentioned they're going for an all-in-one home entertainment centre. I have no problems with that whatsoever. Obviously, being Irish, I would prefer not that. I'm not a big fan of the NFL thing the deal that they've got going. I'd prefer the English Premier League or something like that. But again, if you're an American and you enjoy the NFL, you're gonna have a good ass time with your Xbox. Then they revealed it, the Xbox One, and they actually showed the system, which was something that I didn't know. I wanted them to show it, obviously, but after Sony not showing it, I didn't really know what to expect. So when they showed it, I was like, oh my god, that's pretty awesome. And I thought it was nice looking. Everyone's saying that it looks like an old VCR tape video recorder thing from the bleeding 90s and all. It's modern. It's square. It's whatever you want to call it, cubist. I don't know, hipster bullshit. But it's modern looking and it's sleek looking. It's I just like the look of it. It's simple. You literally just have your place for your disc and that's about it. And then he went into the dashboard thing, which was again pretty. It's familiar. It looks the same, but it's revamped in a way. And that was the first glimpse that we got of Forza 5, and that was the first thing that jumped out at me. You guys know that I do Forza, I love Forza. First thing I noticed when they showed the new dashboard off, Forza 5 in the disc tray with the picture. So you can hear the paper rattling in the background. I literally wrote down on paper. It's crazy. I know. But yeah, so the Forza 5 picture, I'll touch on that later, and Vegas crashed. Okay, right, 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to restart Vegas there. So, continuing on, yeah, so Connect is included. Actually, that was later on that they actually revealed that, but they did have a Connect involved with the whole presentation thing. So I was wondering why they'd be featuring Connect if they didn't mention anything about it. But it's included, which is kind of cool. And it's going to let you kind of flip between your Xbox game, your Xbox in general, different applications and stuff in your Xbox, watching TV and actually playing the game. That is insane. I know, yes, we have remote controls where we can just flip up between it, but if you think about it, you can't just flip between internet browsing and playing a game now. If you want to do anything other than play the game, you have to exit it. Now we're looking at possibly a thing where you can just swipe it along or close it down. I can't remember the gesture or the voice commands that I used, but you can basically just jump out of your game, be like, oh crap, what's that gun I'm using? I wonder what that looks in real life. And you can just go Internet Explorer, it'll bring up the Internet Explorer, you can search for whatever the gun looks like and go, oh yeah, they actually got it. They got it really close. Excuse me. So yeah, that's again, it's amazing. Yes, the switching between the actual Xbox and the TV itself, well, they haven't told us how that's going to work yet. Just take it as it is. Take it what we've got. Don't start asking all these questions, because we'll find that out. A lot of people are bringing all the negativity, and they're complaining about so much about stuff that we don't know yet. And that's on one hand, that's their complaint. They wanted more, but again, it's that sense of self entitlement. Sorry, sense of self entitlement. That's one. Where they just think that they deserve, and just because they want it, they can get it straight away, and there's no questions asked. We had the company has to do what they say, and they want, and they want, and they want. No, they making it. It's their presentation. They shall decide what they show us, and they did that. So just hush down. So sorry, I got really frustrated when I was reading Twitter. It was really frustrated me around the negativity. Kinect seems a lot more accurate. It doesn't seem quite as gimmicky, and just you're about to see the most useful teammates in the world. The reason that you see me stop and not being able to move is because I'm so damaged. I can't move, like I physically can't move, and nobody helps me. Nobody tries to repair me there in this like little sequence here, and it's so frustrating. But anyway, yeah, Kinect seems a lot more accurate, a lot less gimmicky. Like it actually seems like it's going to be real useful now. One thing that still worries me about it though is, do you still have to be a certain distance away? Because my TV is right in front of the end of the bed where I game. So if I was to get one of these, would I have to stand up back on my bed to be able to use it? Like we're yet to see. Skype built in. You can literally open up a Skype call, like a video call or whatever like that, in the corner of your game. Like, again, people are saying, oh, well, we can do this on PC, and we have been able to for years, but we haven't on Xbox. It's not meant to be a PC. It's meant to be an Xbox console that people just want in their living room. So for them, it's awesome. Like to be able to just jump open, like be playing. Say for example, you're playing a game Battlefield, and you want to be in comms with someone, and you'd want to like your good mate in real life or something like that, and you want to be in a Skype call with the video or whatever. Now you can. Like you can literally just have them up in the corner and just be able to see what they're doing, like, and have the buzz like that. So that's cool. Although the Skype call that they used in the actual presentation was insanely cheesy, I was not a fan. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, there's the Xbox One guide, which was local TV listings basically, and you can see what was on TV. I thought that was pretty cool. Yet to see how that will function in with your actual television provider thing. Would you yeah, you can see what they're showing. Is it going to be selected channels? Will you be able to instantly go, okay, well, Xbox, I want to go and watch, say, Sky News or BBC or TV3 over here. Not like these are stations American people might not understand, but these are Irish channels, so that would be remain to be seen. Then actually, for the actual hardware, they got into it eventually. They're looking at 8 gigs of RAM, USB 3.0, a Blu-ray drive. The only thing is they're saying that the RAM is DDR3, I believe, which is not really today's best standard. But what they do with it, they equal it out to DDR5. So without going into all the specs of it, DDR5 is technically better. But what they're doing with the 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM in the Xbox makes it about equal. And I know kind of what I'm talking about, so don't just assume that I'm just making that up. Then they gave us a look at, oh yeah, and then it goes Kinect. It comes with Kinect included, the 1080p camera on the new Kinect. The controller, then they revealed, it was similar looking, but it says that there's over 40 updates to the ergonomics and the feel and all, like the button layout and position and size and stuff like that. The triggers looked really cool to me, like that flat kind of inward conical shape, and then all the like the rough texture on the outside. That looks like it's going to be really comfy. That looks like it's going to be really cool. Then the triggers, this is something that not a lot of people seem to pick up on. The triggers can be programmed by devs to have their kind of sensitivity or the amount of force applied to them. That's what I was getting from that. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's what I was getting from it, and that's pretty insane. Like imagine, like for different guns, say in Battlefield 3, they'll have different pulling rates on the triggers. Like whether it's say a Magnum where you have to pull really hard, or it's a I don't know. I imagine an M93R not to have that hard of a pull. It's literally just da 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 da. So maybe like they can do something like that, and that's something that nobody's talking about. But I think that's really, really clever and a really good idea. If that isn't if I did, of course, understand it the right way. Then 300,000 servers is what's going to be powering the new updated Xbox Live. Again, compared that, like that's more than the entire world that they had in it's more than what the entire world had in '99. Which I've seen people on Twitter being like, oh, whoa, it's got more power than the world had 14 years ago. It's still something, like, that's still a big feat. This one thing has more power than the entire world did. Even if it was 14 years ago, that's still not that long ago, so it's still pretty impressive if you ask me. Then they said because of that, because it's going to be so much more powerful, game developers will be able to put in bigger matches with more players. That's very interesting. Like, that's really interesting. And this guy, I left in the kill cam here because he basically camped that corner, and like, he is why essentially we lost that base. Or no, we did eventually get it, but like, he's why we ended up not being able to push forward and getting so long stuck on that base, because he was sitting there killing people, camping in the corner, just taking people out. Yeah, sorry, I got really frustrated with him in the chat, so it might pop up. Then I'm trying to see, the other stuff then was like the presentations. I might leave that for a separate video, see if there's anything else here, because this video is nearly over, so I don't want to try and rush through everything that we've seen. The very last thing that came up then was a 19 days, so many hours, so many minutes, so many seconds timeline countdown thing, which I was curious about. What is that? The countdown to E3? I don't know. I don't know. And there's, if you watch the video, I'm getting killed by that guy again. So, yeah. So the countdown thing was pretty weird. So in this last little clip, I'm going to just give my opinions on it overall. I wish there was more gameplay, like the Forza 5 clip that we seen. I'll talk about more of that. Like, I'll talk more about that in a different video. But we didn't see a whole lot. But what we did see, lots more tire smoke. The graphics have once again been upgraded. No, sorry, I won't even go into that. I'll just say that I wish we seen more gameplay from more games. Will I be getting one? Probably for Forza 5, just because I'm going to want Forza 5. I doubt I'll be able to get it at launch, just because I won't be able to afford it. But I would hope to get one maybe for Christmas if I'm very lucky and I save up and pay for half of it myself, depending on the price. But just purely because I've got a PC now. I've got a gaming PC now. I don't really need one, but I'm sure I'm going to really want Forza 5. So I'll probably end up getting one just for that, and like the new FIFAs or something like that. But be interesting to actually see if the Microsoft wheel is compatible. Just thought of that. I'll talk about that more in the actual game release announcement video that I'll do next. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe. If you're new here, sorry, I'm all over the place. It's been a while since I've done a commentary, actually. So yeah, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching the video, and goodbye.